So I don't know what do you think, if AI is your friend or your foe, but absolutely, like any other dual-use technologies, AI can be a very hard, sophisticated weapon, or can be used to improve our world, create better medicine, help new education, create new technologies, and leverage this for a better future for us. And one of the areas that we are going to look today now is about the public sector. How AI is entering into the public sector. For that, I would like to invite Merav Peretz Bilensky, the VP Data and AI, National Digital Agency, Israel.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Let's see if it works. Okay, in a second. Okay, this way. So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the AI Week. I'm Merav Peretz Bilensky. I'm the VP of Data and Artificial Intelligence in the Israel National Digital Agency. I'd like to say a few words about the INDA first, and then we'll talk about how AI can revolutionize the public sector efficiency and productivity. So, the Israel National Digital Agency is a body that its mission is to lead the public service to a digital world. We're doing it in main 5 fields: the cloud, the services, cybersecurity, digital, and of course, data and AI. And I'd like to start the talk about AI with a friend I think you all know. It's Mickey Mouse. So from the movie Fantasia from 1940, Mickey Mouse was the sorcerer's apprentice, and he had to fill a very big container, and he went to the well over and over again, filled his 2 buckets, and poured it into the container. He did it many times, and he got tired. So I think that Walt Disney knew AI even in 1940, and Mickey enchanted a broom, enchanted it to do it for him. And he saw that it's working. It's working for the first time and for the second time. And he felt so ease, and he went to sleep. When he wakes up, the entire room is filled with water, and he's floating up in the air. And he couldn't take control over the broom, so he breaks the broom to hundreds of pieces, and thinking that it will be good. But every broom piece became a broom of its own, and they all kept bringing more and more water all the time. Finally, the magician came back, stopped everything, emptied the entire water container, and made Mickey go and get all the water again by himself. So, AI, a friend or a foe, as Dror said, right? We can use it for better things, but we need to be aware of the hazards that it brings. I'd like to focus now about the special challenges that the public sector has while it's using AI. So the first challenge is a very harsh privacy laws that says that we cannot move data between one ministry to another unless we're doing a very complex process. This law was really against us in the October 7th war, well, when we needed to give better service to the citizens, and it was a very big stopper. And of course, that we right now missing governance about AI and using AI in the public sector. The second challenge is the human capital. I can tell you that all the people in the civil service are very passionate about their work and they want to do good for the civilians, but they sometimes have a gap in artificial intelligence skills, and they don't specialize enough in those professions. And the third challenge is the data quality, of course, the data availability, and that we are architectured in silos. Each ministry is a silo of its own, and the silo is also in our culture. So in order to do better for that, we issued a call for action to the ministries, and we have 9 winning ministries in this competition that made them all come together and use AI to better serve the population. And we also issued a call for action to the to the academia. So researchers, we are now doing it for the third years, are doing research on public data. We're now funding about 20 to 25 researchers in order to do so. But it's not enough, because all these initiatives are very, very local, and we need to think bigger. We need to think bigger because we need a strategic plan. So we are conducting right now a strategic AI plan for the public sector. That I see that the text went wrong. It will be effective from 2025 to 2028, and it will deal with getting the public sector to be more productive and more efficient, helping us make the decisions faster. We cannot let citizens wait long for decisions in committees and such. And of course, we need to deliver in a better quality. So the strategic plan is conducted with 3 groups. It's 3 working teams. All the government is inside. We're talking about architecture, so we can make everyone more connected. We're talking about human capital, so the right capital will come to the public sector. And of course, we're talking about governance. And when we say governance, we are in great cooperation with the European Union that issued the AI Act. It determines that we need to be transparent about the mechanism that AI uses. We need to be really liable about its result. And of course, we participated in this draft, and we need to decide if to sign it or not. We're also in great connections with the OECD and the Canadian government that issued AI strategic plan itself. So we're working on AI ethics in the public sector instruction that will be issued even in 2024. And I would like to talk with you about the AI architecture vision. I think that we need to stop the fact that every ministry works on its own and tries to do as best as it can. We need a maximum productivity. And for that, I think we need to implement 5 elements. The first element is an algorithmic center. I vision an algorithmic centers that will have AI cubes available for all ministries to use after we will do the hard stuff ourselves, to bring the models into the government, to put them behind governmental identification, and to give them a check by penetration test, so everyone can use this. This would be a great power. It will lower the bar so much for other ministries to get inside the AI world, and this is our goal. The second element talks about the data mesh architecture. It's an architecture that talks about that the data stays in its original place. We're not laking all the data over and over again, but we're using distributed technologies in order to access every data wherever it's at. The third element is PET. We're very interested in privacy-enhancing technologies. We're interested even in the lowest range of anonymization and up to the highest range that it's homomorphic encryption. We're looking into technologies right now to know what to use, because the technology allows us today to get a lot of conclusions without seeing the data himself. And this will be a great breakthrough. The fourth element is a virtual research room. So we think we need to give access to all the public data to the public and to researchers during, of course, using anonymization techniques in a virtual research room, so it will be available. And we think that the public sector needs to collaborate more with the academia and with the private sector in order to achieve its goals. And the fifth element is, of course, PII management. Now I don't even have visibility on how much PII requests I have inside the government. So we are developing a system that will be able to do that, and we need to manage PII very carefully, but still we need to conduct some regulation for emergency, because we cannot repeat the emergency times we just experience all over again. Emergency times needs emergency rules, and that's what we're working on. So I think these 5 elements will architect the entire vision of AI. It will allow us to conduct AI models over public data, which is multi-ministerial. So this is the vision. I hope you all share it with me. It's a 4-year plan. We're starting in 2025. We're conducting it now. We're dealing with policies, with technologies, and with human capital. And I remind you of Mickey Mouse. We always remember that AI has its hazards, and we need to manage them. I invite you all to interact with the public sector. I invite you all to continue discussing those subjects, and remember that the public sector is the way to affect Israel. I too join the wish that the hostages will come home safe and soon. And I'm leaving you with Mickey Mouse and the wonderful Fantasia music.